Hi everybody. So I have a word, and wow, God is speaking today. So I am an end time prophet. We are in the end times, whether people want to receive and believe that or not. You will notice that the words that God gives me are different from other prophetic words, because this is a time of vindication, judgment, exposure, and restoration, right? God is doing a new thing. He's trying to prepare us, right? So when I get on here and I give you words about herbal tea baths for your healing, that's a part of restoration, right? When I get on here and I gave a word for about how the foods that we eating are killing us, it was entitled Exposure Before Destruction. That is God's way of exposing, right? That's exposure. um what's another one I gave? All about the ester treatments, and like he's trying to get you somewhere. So I want y'all to understand that I'm not just on here giving prophetic words. I came here kicking and screaming. I did not want to do this, but now I understand the severity of the situation. I went to church today because it was baby dedication. My son was dedicated to the Lord. I sat through a church service today that was, I want to say, useless, and y'all forgive me, I'm not judging the pastor, but the sermon that he gave, it is in no way, shape, or form preparing the kingdom, God's children, for what is to come. Now I understand why God pulled me out of church and set me apart, just so that I could learn directly from him. A lot of you are going to church and you've been going there for years. There is no transformation. You do not hear directly from God. That's a problem. So I'm sitting in the service, right? And I hear God say 144,000 mantle shifts. And then I come home and then I'm opening up my Bible study book. And can y'all see what this says? Time for a change in direction. Okay. Yesterday I went to the grocery store and there was a truck. And on the back of the truck it said, "Till Gabriel blows his horn." And I'm about to insert a picture right here. And God is so amazing how he confirmed this to me. Is I am from Austin, Texas. I am a diehard UT Longhorns fan. I came home from after church and put this shirt on. How crazy, right? The line, "Till Gabriel blows his horn," is a line out of the song of the University of Texas. That is their theme song that they sing at all of the football games, basketball games. Like, that is their school song. So how awesome that I come home and put this shirt on and God correlates it to the picture that I took of the truck yesterday. So not only did I flip to time for a change in a new direction, I also open up to Revelations chapters 8 through 11, and it's entitled The Trumpets. Okay? Are y'all tracking? So there is a new group of leaders and prophets rising up right now, but there are also some of you who are a part of the 144,000. And that's another one. I gave another word about God giving out blueprints and ideas, mandates. God is also calling some of you into step into your prophetic gifts, to step into speaking out. I don't know how else I want to say that, but God is calling you right now. This is what I'm trying to tell you, right? The 144,000 is 12,000 from each tribe of Israel. The Israelites are a chosen people, but there are a special select few, 144,000, that have also been chosen, right? As a part of the end time harvest of souls. Come on, y'all, stay with me. This is deep. So this is Revelation 14. And it says, Then I saw a lamb standing on Mount Zion in Jerusalem, and with him were 144,000, who had his name and his father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a sound from heaven like the roaring of a great waterfall or the rolling of a mighty thunder. It was the singing of a choir accompanied by harps. This tremendous choir, 144,000 strong, sang a wonderful new song in front of the throne of God and before the four living beings and the 24 elders. And no one could sing this song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. Okay, y'all. So when I get on here and give these words, y'all have to start heeding the warnings. Playtime is over. God says, come out from among them. And also, let me just say this too, because when God first released me from the wilderness, I was a completely new person, right? Different person, because I wasn't who I used to be, but I hadn't quite accepted the new me, right? Because God had pruned all of my friends, but he allowed some acquaintances, right? Being a prophet, it can be very lonely sometimes, just because you just don't know the true intentions of people sometimes. So it's just better to be by yourself until you run into the people that God sends you to replace the old people that he removed, right? Where was I going with that? Yes, when he released me, it was hard for me because I couldn't be myself around other people because there were things that I knew that they didn't, right? It's hard when you hear from God and other people don't. People can be judgmental, and it's not that I even care about that. It's just I didn't quite fit in, right? But it wasn't until I started walking in my truth and my new identity, my new self, that I really was able to enjoy the fruits of it, right? And not in a successful sense, but me just finally truly knowing who I am. I finally knew who I was. I knew what I was called to do, and there was so much freedom in that. So there is also a light that God is trying to shine on you, but God needs you to come out from amongst them, right? Those are not your people. I posted a word, that's not your friend. Y'all, come on, heed the warnings. That's not your friend. He's giving out blueprints and ideas. He's giving out healing recipes through herbal baths. Y'all, heed the warnings, right? These are not just prophetic words. I am a busy person. I do not just get on here for fun. The words that he gives me to release is a part of the end time harvest, okay? So I can't really go into full detail about it right now, but I am going to start going live probably every Tuesday or Wednesday, just so that I can start going into fuller detail. But your mandate can no longer wait, right? The messages that are being given in the sermons on Sundays are not fitting for what's coming. We are going into a season of famine. We are going to a season of intense shakings, right? That's what comes with judgment. Judgment is just not God speaking a word to you that he's angry. No, there is punishment, right? So there will be times of famine. God is going to deal with the people who deserve judgment. So if you're not speaking up, people are not getting their directions that they need, right? If you're not stepping into your calling, people are lacking guidance. So your mandate can no longer wait. I love y'all so much. I hope this blessed you. If this was confirmation for you, please leave me a comment in the comment section. I love y'all so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay. I forgot to say how this ties into mantle shifts. The 144,000 God has chosen are the ones who are going to replace the people that are in position now. So that's pastors, that's politicians, that's any area that God feels like his message is not being spoken clearly, his people are not being prepared properly. These are where the mantle shifts are happening. So, and you may not even know if you're a part of the 144,000, but if you don't accept your call, then there's no way that you can, right? So God is saying it's time for us to take a new direction. That means that it is time for out with the old and in with the new, right? Because the end times are coming, whether if we wanted to or not. It's not something that we can stop. It's not something that we can control. So God gives us words to speak to his people so that they can prepare and they can be ready. There is going to come a time when the pharmacy is not available. That's why you need herbal tea baths, right? There is going to be a time where you can't go pick up a prescription. That's why God is pushing herbs, the things that he's created, things that can heal and nourish your body at the same time, right? This is why he's talking to us about our health. There's not going to always be a hospital available. That's why he wants you to start taking care of your body now. Exercise, making your self-care a priority, right? The 144,000, there are Joseph's, kingdom financiers. Some of you have been chosen to be a kingdom financier, and you'll know because God has been speaking that to you. I am a kingdom financier. If you do not accept your call, right, in the time of famine comes, y'all know the story of Joseph. Joseph was God's ear to the street. Pharaoh put Joseph second in charge. When the time of famine came, they were prepared because God prepared Joseph for that time, right? Do y'all see where I'm going with this? So the prophetic words that God is giving right now, they're not going to look like prosperity messages. Yes, God wants you to have money. And there's also in time harvest. That's where the kingdom financiers comes. That's why there's blueprints and ideas that like he's preparing us, right? So mantle shifts. If you're not accepting your call, if you're staying in groups of people who are okay with you dimming your light, who are okay with you not speaking out and stepping up, right? Then you're not doing your part. Right? And people keep saying, oh, well, I'm not hearing from God, I'm not this. Like, God is always speaking. So the trumpets, it's like a sounding alarm, and I keep hearing horns. There's a train that always passes through my job every morning. I hear like 3 horns. I'm always hearing trumpets and horns. So this is God warning us. The Bible says we don't know the time or the day, so y'all heed the warnings, answer your call, right? And the prophetic words that I give, y'all start taking them serious because God is not playing in this time. Okay, I love y'all so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.